Hi, everybody. It's Wendy Wisdom coming to you with a little food for thought to get through your week. Okay, so today's topic is maladaptive daydreaming. And so, what maladaptive daydreaming is, it's pretty much just an excessive pattern of daydreaming. A lot of times, its onset is from early childhood. If you've grown up in a stressful environment or an environment that had a lot of arguing or stressful episodes that have occurred when you were younger, a lot of times a way to cope with those experiences, we escape. We create our own little reality in our mind, and it gives us a sense of peace or at least a sense of calm in that moment, right? And so it's a coping strategy. And the challenge is that a lot of times we carry it on to adulthood, and that's how we escape what's going on when we are faced with challenging situations and stressful events. And so, with maladaptive daydreaming, um, what happens is a lot of times you'll wake up in the morning, lay in the bed a lot longer, um, pretty much daydreaming, or you've already created scenarios of how your day should go, what should happen, how things need to be, how things aren't, and how you would like them to be. You've already created scenarios, not understanding that you are mentally draining yourself, right? Because we don't have control. We can visualize things all we want to, which I do believe in visualizing. Having a direction and a vision for your life, absolutely. But this right here, maladaptive daydreaming, is very disruptive to your daily functioning. It will cause you to procrastinate and not be able to be present in the present moment. It will decrease your ability to perform at work and carry out simple tasks that anyone should be able to carry out. But when you are stuck in a pattern of excessive daydreaming and not being present in the present moment, it can be a barrier to your functioning. And so, one thing that I thought about, which was a great example, is the movie Precious by Tyler Perry, where Precious, she lived in a very toxic, dysfunctional home environment. Her way of escaping that, she was experiencing maladaptive daydreaming, where in the movie she would escape and be pursued by a handsome guy, and it'll be all this lights and glamorous things happening, and she was just getting her everlasting life when she daydreamed. But her actual life in reality was opposite of the glamorous things that she was daydreaming about to help herself cope and escape from the stressful environment she was living in. So that's a great example. So also keep in mind, guys, that again, this is just a form of excessive daydreaming, which is used as a coping strategy to alleviate stress. The thing with maladaptive daydreaming, it's not a mental health disorder. So let me put that disclaimer out there right now. It is not a mental health disorder. It is just understanding patterns of behaviors. And if this is something you're experiencing, I'll give you a tip or two on how to reduce this behavior so you can get a hold of it so it stops being intrusive in your life. Also, keep in mind that the maladaptive daydreamer knows the difference between daydreaming and reality. I'm a maladaptive daydreamer. I can be in a room full of people and escape and be at the mall. I'll been to the beach and back, okay? So I know the difference between daydreaming and being in reality, and I know how to stop it so that I can get focused, even if it's at the last minute, guys. I know how to grab a hold of it. So, one way to grab a hold of it and try to reduce it is to really have a real conversation with yourself. What am I avoiding doing, thinking, or feeling in this present moment? Because it's something that's causing you to escape and think about nonsense. Secondly, keep in mind the barriers. How is this blocking you or hindering you from growing or being in the present moment? And a lot of times, people use social media as a very good way to escape their present moment. Don't misconstrue it. You can use social media to procrastinate and escape your present moment, but a lot of times we are creating fantasies with people we don't know. We think by reading a post we know people. You all better stop that. And we've created stories and scripts in our minds about people that we don't even know. Just because someone posts something doesn't mean that is really how they're living, right? And so we don't even realize that the more and more we do that, it's becoming a pattern, it's becoming a habit, and it just may be maladaptive daydreaming. You daydreaming and being involved in someone else's life when you should be present in your own life. Also, when you're a maladaptive daydreamer, it hinders you from building relationships with people. So keep that in mind, because there's been people that have a full-fledged relationship with somebody who's taken, who's married, and in your mind you can't stop thinking about yourself being with that person. Again, this right here can be very tragic to your growth and your emotional well-being. So these are just things to help you think about it so that you can get a hold of it and separate the daydreaming from reality. If someone's in a relationship, they're not available to you, okay? I don't care what your mind tells you in your daydreaming. Stop, ladies, okay? If they're taken, they're taken. Anyway, that's the Windism for today. Know the difference between reality and daydreaming, okay? Toodles, smooches, and bye-bye.